some little shoulder rolls to start with. So we're going to come up to the ears, squeeze the blades and press down. And then I'll just circle with the arms, coming up and back, opening the chest out to navigate the ceiling. Oh, here comes Julia. Okay, and then let's go back in the opposite direction. So we come forwards. And then from there, hi Julia, we'll go one forward and one back. Oh, what a lovely picture. Looks nice. And then let's go back the other way. Is it too hot for coordination? Okay, let's stand on the one leg. We're going to bring the knee up at the front and then kick it back and up behind. So knee up at the front, and then can you squeeze your bottom as you go back, bringing it up and back and up and back. Two more, up, back. Last one. And let's release down. Okay, so if we give that a go on the other side, knee up, squeeze the buttock as we go back. Lift and take it behind. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, keep going, just letting Sue in. Okay, and then again on the other side, this time we're going to come up and across. Up and behind. Up, crossing at the front. Up and crossing behind. Two more. And let's release, and we'll give that a go on the other side. So arms nice and wide, up to the side, we'll cross at the front, up to the side, and cross behind. And again, up, crossing in front, and up, and crossing behind. Hi, Sue. Gonna be a hot one tonight. We'll take it a little bit easier. Make sure you've got some water at home. We've got a couple of cold towels in ice in the studio tonight, so that's going to be a bit of a treat. Feel free to grab a cold flannel. Alrighty, from here we're going to drop down to touch our toes and just really let your arms flop and hang loose. Let go of your head, your neck, your shoulders, and we're going to bring our belly button muscle in, so we suck it in as we uncurl the body, rising into tiptoe balance. Coming up, bringing the palms together at the top and just leaning back slightly. Eye gaze up, opening out and diving, swan dive down to touch the toes. Tucking in the head, nose to knees. Uncurling. Breathing in as we open the arms. You get your arms back by your ears, palms together. Leaning back with the eye gaze up. Test the balance. And then swan diving down with a flat back, nose to knees, hanging loose and unfolding, and coming back up, arms together, up onto the tiptoes, leaning back, and then we're going to stay on our tiptoes, open the arms wide, and can we turn, looking towards the backhand, to the middle, and then switching the other way. To the middle and diving down. Tucking the head in, nose to knees, unfolding. Breathing in, coming up. Palms together at the top. Squeezing the buttocks as we lean back. Moving to the center. Opening the arms and staying up on the tiptoes as we turn and look behind. Move to the middle and turning the other way. moving to the middle, and let's relax off. Now's a good time to have some water. We'll have some extra water stops tonight with it being so warm. So let's come down onto the back. We'll do some mobilization for our backs. In and breathe out. Are you looking for online classes that support you with getting more me time? You want to get supple, strong, feel less stressed, get in the driving seat. But actually, perhaps you've noticed that following videos on YouTube isn't actually helping you commit. It's not like the teacher reaches out and says, correct your hips, bring your knee back, move your posture back. And this is the problem. So, of course, you can hit subscribe to get more from the Zigs YouTube channel. But let's face it, we're not going to send our children to a school without a teacher or a tutor. I mean, what's their life going to be like if they're going to learn in that way? So my name's Claire Louise Freeman. I'm the business owner of Zigs Exercise, and I like to encourage you to join me and my community online, where we get together via Zoom and we practice Pilates conditioning, yoga stretches, mobility. And the thing is, we get to actually talk through this stuff. We get to do it together. And to me, consistently doing it together is the thing that gives us much, much better results than if we're left flailing around in front of a video trying to do it all by ourselves. So if you'd like more information about joining me and others, please reach out, get in touch. You can work with us morning, evening, from the comfort of your own home. It's great because you get all the kit together at home, and it does help you to practice in between as well. So I'm offering a complimentary kickstart call. We can talk through what's getting in the way, you know, why it's not worked so far. And sometimes the hardest bit is actually just picking up the phone and talking it through. So brave pants on. I work with all sorts of people from various walks of life, different shapes and sizes. And often people who do work with me do it because they say that I do it in a very non-judgmental way. Of course, it's free to talk, so you can click the link in the description box below and we can get to know each other and see if we're a good fit. There's no pressure here. On the call, I'll listen in to, you know, what you need support with, what your personal needs are, and I can answer any of your questions about our online Pilates and yoga, where we do it together in community. Why wait? This stuff doesn't get any easier as we get older. We work with lots of busy parents, grandparents, business owners, NHS professionals, private school teachers, regular school teachers. So if that feels like you and you need that support and accountability on getting it done, that's the thing. If we've got the sessions booked in regularly, that means we're much more likely to show up. And it's that regularity that people are often missing. You know, they take time off during holidays. It's the commitment that gets the motivation. So why wait? Book in, give me a call, and I'll see you on the other side. And dig into our core. Alrighty, so if we can bring our knees in, so we tuck the knees like this to the chest and then tap down. Breathing out and tucking, breathing in as we tap down. And if you can just angle your screen down so that I can see your positioning. I'm gonna hover up the next level. So we roll, and then if we can come up onto the sitting bones, breathing out and then elongating up through the crown of the head, lengthening and lifting the chest. Now you can either stay with this version or our next level, add some reach through our toes. And we do 2 more. So final 1. And then from here, if we roll onto our front with some cobras. So let's think about technique before we go into it. I want you to weight your hips down and concentrate on just drawing your belly button muscle away from the ground, sliding the shoulder blades down the back as we lift. We squeeze the buttock muscles to give our back support, and then lower so the forehead rests on the ground. So again, pull the belly button in. That creates what we call intra-abdominal pressure to support the back, squeezing the buttocks to add that extra support, and then coming back down. We've got happy, stronger back. We might add a bit more lift. We've got a bit of a niggly back. You might decide to keep that a bit lower. And tuning into that feeling of what goes on in the belly button as you do the lift and the lower. Provide that support for your back. Breathing in on the lift, pointing the toes quite firmly. We're going to stay up there for a few more seconds. Chin up and lower down. 2 more. Breathing in, chin up. And coming back down. 1 more time. Inhaling and lifting. Exhaling and lowering. Alrighty, so from here we're going to move up into a downward dog. If you could lift me here, tailbone lifted, the bottom upwards, spreading the fingers, softening the shoulders, allowing the heels to press down and press out. And from here, can we bring our knee across towards our opposite arm? And then back to our downward dog. And bringing the other knee across towards our opposite arm. Back to our downward dog. Breathe. Let's take a walk with our feet towards our hands. We can lean back on our backs for some more Pilates core conditioning. We're going to slide our fingertips here into the curve of the back, pulling the belly button muscle in. We're going to do a little scissor action with the legs, so pointing the toes as one leg comes up, the other leg coming down, keeping that little bit of pressure on the hands as we lift and as we lower. Moving the legs a little bit further away, straightening one out, bending the other knee in for our second level. We're going to do it with a straight leg lift. And last couple. And then from here, can you bring your right knee up to your chest? So hugging that knee in and then rolling across the body, feeling for the floor with your foot, turning the palm up on that back hand, and trailing the arm, having a look at that hand. If we can get that hand a bit higher than the shoulder, rolling the shoulder blade towards the ground, breathing deeply. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And let's give that a go. On the other side, switching the knee up and rolling across and down, trailing the arm behind. Looking towards the back shoulder, pressing the blade down. Deep breath. Just using this time for some space to breathe. Taking a moment to set the intention of how you'd really like to feel. What feeling would you like to tune into tonight? Well, let's roll to the center. Arcing the hands just around the back of the knee. And we're going to rock up to seated with a crisscross leg. Nice and tall through the back. Try and get yourself onto your sitting bones. We're going to bring our arms up by our ears and look up. And I'm going quite wide with the hands, bringing the chin down to the chest. Wriggling the fingers forwards. Slide the hands to the side, breathing in as we lift. Exhale as we reach, wriggling the fingers forwards, noticing where we feel the stretch. Sliding the hands in. If you've had a busy, hectic day, to imagine as you exhale, breathing out any tension, worries, or stresses. Imagine you're breathing in, attracting positive, healthy energy. Exhaling out tension and worries. Inhaling and drawing positive, healthy energy into all the cells of your body. And then if you're doing the cross-leg version, we bring the other leg over the top. Again, coming up onto our sitting bones, elongating the spine, breathing in, spreading the fingers, exhaling, bringing the chest down towards the legs. Again, gathering energy that you've been giving out. Exhaling out tension, worries, or stresses. Breathing in, filling up. Attracting in the calm, positive energy. Let's do that one more time. Alrighty, so from here, if we can shake a leg, and let's place one foot forwards with our opposite hand on the floor. We're going to move the other leg back so that leg is elongating behind. And then if we can turn and reach up, our chest is side on, flush with the wall, pushing the ground away with the bottom arm and straightening into our back leg. So deep breath as we hold. And if we can allow our back knee to come to the floor, unhook our toes. And then can we place our palms together? A little test of our balance, turning towards our front leg. Turn towards the front leg. That'll be the other way, Julia. There we are. And we want one elbow up to the ceiling. Oh, hello. Let's give that a go on the other side. So we're going to turn and we'll do the straight leg at the back version first. So we're going to elongate that back leg away, bending into this front knee and then lengthening up with the top arm. That's it. So we want that opposite hand on the floor. Breathing deeply. And let's allow the bottom knee to drop. Unhook the toes at the back. So we're going to bring that bottom arm, elbow to our leg, placing the palms together and pushing the top elbow up. Deep breath. Testing our balance. Alrighty, well done. So let's bring our feet together. And we're going to work our arms next. So if you can have your fingertips pointing forward this way, feet are flat. And if we bend the elbows and then straighten the arms out and just pushing the ground away, lifting the chest up and arching back slightly. And bending into the arms and pushing the ground away. So that's our first level, squeezing the shoulders and then release. So for our next level, we add some lift into tabletop. So level 2, aiming for a line from the knees to the hip to the chest, and then lowering. So our first level, straightening the arms. Our second level, adding that lift. So you choose which version you'd like to work on. For our third level, more advanced, we add the straighter leg. You might prefer to stick with level 1 or 2, particularly if you've got any problems around your neck or your shoulders. We're going to do 3 more. Breathe. Sweating buckets already. I can imagine we're somewhere in Thailand. Someone's treating me to a spa for my birthday. So they sent me the list of treatments earlier. Frangipani foot treatment. I thought, oh, reminds me of Thailand. Love the smell of it. Okay, give your arms a shake. If you'd like some water now, let's top up. Made a little infusion today of some berries and lemon with ginger, turmeric, and a bit of salt and elderflower in. Very refreshing. Okay, so hot yoga tonight. Let's move into a triangle pose next. So feet nice and wide. We're going to turn the toes out over on this side. And then if you can angle this foot in. So it's at 45 degrees as we slide this hand down. Can we stack the arms one above the other? If you imagine your feet were against a wall, would your head be back against the wall? Often we'll go into forward lean when these muscles are tight. Breathing deeply. We bring this top arm over like this by the ear. So we're going to reach into the fingers. Softening our shoulders down away from the ear. Breathing into the belly. And we're going to bring that hand down to the other hand. And we're going to turn the back foot. So we've now got both feet parallel. Bring our nose towards our knee. And then into more of a flat back as we walk the hand up to the thigh. Flat back position and squaring our hips up. And then bending into our front knee and wriggling that back foot away as we switch into a yoga warrior pose. So softening down with the shoulder, pushing the back heel away. Now notice the knee angle. Is it sort of rolling in over the toes? Can you push your knee back towards your smaller toe side? Relaxing into the shoulders. Breathe. Alrighty, let's straighten the leg. And then over this side, we're going to turn out and angle in at 45 over here. Sliding the hand down the leg. Stacking the arms and shoulders one above the other. Pulling up a little bit on the kneecap. And tightening the muscle above the kneecap. Head back. Rolling the knees back slightly. Breathe, turning the eye gaze up towards the top hand. Bringing this top arm over by the ear. Bringing the arm more horizontal to the side. And then bringing that top hand down to meet the bottom hand. And then once you're there, just turning your back foot. So the foot is now parallel at the back with your front foot. Nose to knee, or at least heading in that direction. Wobbling optional. And then from here, we're going to walk the hand up to the thigh, moving into more of a flat back posture, the chest open, breathing deeply. I'm going to soften into the knee and slide the back foot away as we go into our warrior pose. So softening the shoulders, bending this knee towards the smaller toe and straightening out through the back leg with the heel on the floor on the back leg. Breathe into the belly. Softening the shoulders, relax them down. Extending through the fingers. Breathe. Let's release, and we'll give our legs a little shake. Now's a good time for another water stop. And let's keep ourselves topped up. I do love that picture, Julie. It reminds me of Thailand, actually, so I like that. Okay, grab some weights. Let's do some upper body work. Do you like those? Yep. Okay, so palms facing up. You can take your hands out to the side, reach, softening the shoulders down. Just want you to take a moment to think about your core. What's your posture like? Allow your tailbone to lengthen. Squeeze into the belly button as you lift, avoiding overarch in the lower back. Especially as you move the weight further away, it will appear to get heavier. You can either keep going with this version or advanced. We're going to add a lift overhead, but softening the shoulders down. Final one. Alrighty, and then from there, I want you to hang the weights down. Bring your shoulders up, squeeze the blades, and push down. Up to your ears, squeeze the blades, push down. Inhale through your nose. Squeeze, exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Down. And again, up. Squeeze. Down. Two more. Final one. A little bit wider, softening the knees as we sink into a squat, and then turning the toes out and bringing the weights up as we plie. Turning the toes in and we squat. Turning the toes out and into the plie. So in the squat, allow your body to lean forwards and push your bottom back. The difference with the plie is we aim to be upright and tuck the bottom under. more. That's 2 more of each, in case you're wondering. And last one. Okay, good job. So resting off, you'd like to grab a drink. You will need a stick for our next exercise. So some stretching for our neck and our shoulders. There you go. Can we slide the stick down the back? So if you walk your hands like that towards each other, and grip and pull like you're trying to pull the stick apart. Maybe this top elbow up, rolling this shoulder back as we turn and look over that way. So you feel a bit of a pull in the neck. Breathing deeply, pulling the stick apart. And then soften the pull and allow your head to gravitate to the center. Let's do that again. Can you walk your hands any closer together as you pull? Turn, breathe deeply. And let's release. We're going to do that one more time on this side. So walking your hands, pulling the stick apart, chin angling down a little bit. And let's release. We're going to switch the arms around. So walking the hands in. So this helps to stretch the muscle called our levator scapula, very common tense spot when we're doing massage with people, often linked to the stress that we carry and also to our desk device posture. So let's do that again. Can you keep the stick against your tailbone as you turn your head and pull, breathing deeply. And let's release. We're going to do that one more time. Grip and pull. Tailbone and stick together as we turn the head and breathe. Alrighty, let's release. We're going to keep the stick behind like that. So we've got one hand against the lower back. And we'll do a little balance exercise next. So feet hip width. Can you keep the tailbone and the head on the stick as you lift your leg up without leaning? Point your toe quite firmly so that you can feel your buttock muscle kicking in. Really straighten your knee. And then what sort of height can you get on that leg before you're sort of forced to go into a lean? Try and keep that lift in the leg, stamina building for the lower back, the buttocks. Start to stretch the hamstring on that bottom leg as we get further into the lift. And then coming back down. And let's give that a go on the other side. So can we be upright as we point the toes? Get some height in that back leg. Where can we lift that leg to before we start to lean? Straightening the knee, getting some height in that leg, lifting high enough that we start to feel a pull on the hamstring on that bottom leg. And let's give that a go on the other side. So switching over, pointing the toes. We're going to now take the opposite arm into a forward reach. Getting some height in that back leg, height in the arm, so the arm sort of comes up by the ear. And let's give that one more go on the other side. Now you can get a little bit dizzy in these, especially in the heat. So ease off if you get in the whirlies a bit. So height in that leg, height in the arm. Good to practice a little bit of balance exercise every day. One of the ways I do it is brushing my teeth every day, standing on one leg. Bit of fun in front of the mirror. Okay, so now I want you to take your stick and park it here. So you've got your thumbs together. We're going to roll the shoulders back, getting a bit of height in the arms behind. So we lift, squeeze the shoulders, chin up, open the chest, and then come down. Try to roll your shoulders back and really open your collarbones as you lift, squeezing the blades, pulling on the stick, and then lowering back down. Adding a rise onto tiptoes now. And we come right up onto the tiptoes, steady the ankles, and lower. Elongating up through the crown of the head as we lift, getting some height on the arms, lifting the chest. Right up onto the tippy toes, we feel the calf muscles kicking in. Let's do that again. Breathing in, squeezing, breathing out and lowering. 2 more. Inhale, lift, squeeze. Exhale, lower. Pulling the stick apart as we lift, squeeze, and release. Okay, let's shake a leg. So we're going to keep hold of the stick as we come down onto our side now. Some oysters. Now, if you want to, you can pop some ankle weights on. If you want to work on the strength around your hip on these. So pop those on if you want to work on that, or you can do it without. Okay, so let's move into sideline posture with the stick behind. So we'll use that to align the back, knees up in front with a little bit of lift here in the waistline. I'm going to point the toes, rolling the top knee back 1, back 2, back 3, and then hovering back down so the legs don't quite touch together. So we keep the top leg hovered throughout the set. Rolling the knee back, get much more out of it if we can keep that top leg hovered throughout. And we're going to point the toes as we roll the knee back, and then flex the feet as we drop down. Lifted in the waistline as we roll, pointing the toes and then flexing as we come down. Now, if you want to, you can add in a reach up like this to the ceiling with that top leg, and then coming down and back in. Pointing the toes as we roll the knee, extend the leg. So that's our level 2 option. For more advanced, we can bring it up into our side plank for our more advanced option. And we keep the head attached to the stick, elongating the back of the neck. We're going to do 2 more. Breathe. And final one. Alrighty, let's release off, and we'll give that a go on the other side. So head, shoulders, tailbone against the stick. Working on that little bit of lift in the waistline. And hovering our knee, rolling it back. The toes quite firmly, and then flexing the foot on the way down. Notice the difference when we keep the toes fairly close together but point them quite firmly. Notice how that sort of transfers. Do it really strongly up the leg. Level 2, adding reach into the toes, controlling the leg on the way down. Pointing the toes. Breathe. And for our more advanced option, coming up into our side plank. Breathe. And we've got 3 more to go. Let's make this one the last one. Alrighty, resting off and coming over to our backs, suitably hot and sweaty. And we're going to bring our right leg over our left as we move into our glute stretch. So you can use your hands to pull the leg closer in. Press the shoulders down, elongate through the back of the neck. Closing the eyes and just enjoying a good old stretch there. Keeping that connection with the breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Alrighty, let's release and give that a go on the other side. So left over right, hands around the back of the thigh, in with the hands, pushing out with the elbow. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Softening the shoulders. Alrighty, let's release. Can you find your stick and come over onto all fours? So last one, we're going to see if we can keep our stick along our back like this, so it's attached to the head, the shoulders and the tailbone, and the aim is to use the core muscles to steady the body and use the stick as our assessor, if you like, to see if we can maintain the core. So a little bit of pull in the belly button as you lift the leg. Can we get a little bit of height on the leg? And if we can keep the stick steady as we transition from one side to the other, level 2, and start to reach the opposite arm away from the leg, although the stick can start to give a stick at this point. More advanced, we're going to hold it out there and then fold like this. So heel towards the bottom. Breathing in as we reach. Softening the shoulders down away from the ears. Last couple. So final one. Catherine's swearing at her stick tonight. Okay, let's move into our downward dog. So lifting the tailbone up, wriggling the feet back and allowing the heels to push down as we lift the bottom up in the air, closing the eyes, breathing into the belly. And again, deep breath, let the belly hang loose. One more deep breath. We take a walk with our feet, with our hands, and come down onto our backs. So, surviving the heat, you can join me onto your back with your hands over your belly, closing your eyes. Allow your body to sink down into the mat as you relax. Open your teeth, relax your jaw. Let your head nestle down. Softening the shoulders and letting go of any grip in the hands and the fingers. Allowing the belly to be soft. Feeling the heaviness in the tailbone against the ground. Imagining any tension left in your body is emptying out, a bit like water disappearing down through a shower plug, spiraling away, often recycled. Allow your attention to drift. As you drift, I'd like you to imagine yourself top of a hill with a panoramic view. Perhaps one of your favorite views. Looking out over the horizon as the sun goes down. No matter how many sunsets we see, always amazing colors in the sky, and just visualizing those pinks and oranges and purples. Bringing your attention from that view back to your body, and as you bring your attention back to your body, bringing some of that sunset energy with you. Noticing how you're feeling right now. Taking a moment to just consider how you'll keep some of this energy moving forwards into your day tomorrow. Over the next few days. Opening your eyes when you're ready, and I'd like you to notice what's in the periphery of your vision. Point the toes, lengthening the legs, and if we can interlock the fingers over the top of the head, so you interlace and then turn your palms outwards so your little finger side is down to the floor. And we'll point the toes and arch the back a little bit, breathing into the belly, breathing out. So again, deep breath. Alrighty, let's bend up through one knee and bring the hands underneath the back of that leg. We'll come up to a seated position. And we're going to flex our toes as we walk forward to hold the body down, 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 chin to chest. And let's release and come back up. So I hope that's made a difference to your day. If you'd like to have a check-in, a little chat, see how we're doing.